आदाय श्रीगौरप्रियमूर्तये श्रीमते भक्तिवल्लभा तीर्थगोस्वामिने नमः। पतितपावन परम करुणामय परमाराध्यतम शिल गुरुदेव नित्य लीला प्रविष्टोम विष्णुपाद श्री श्रीमद् भक्तिवल्लभ तीर्थ गोस्वामी महाराज जी के श्रीपाद पद्म में असंख्य कोट साष्टांग दंडवत प्रणाम करते हुए उनकी अहेतु की कृपा प्रार्थना करता हूँ। परमाराध्य शिक्षा गुरु नित्य लीला प्रविष्टोम विष्णुपाद शिल भक्ति विज्ञान भारती गोस्वामी महाराज जी एवं शिल भक्त निकेतन तुर्याश्रमी गोस्वामी महाराज जी के श्रीपाद पद्म में असंख्य कोटि साष्टांग दंडवत प्रणाम करते हुए उनकी अहेतु की कृपा प्रार्थना करता हूँ। By the mercy of most revered Srila Gurudev, we have been discussing about the glories of the holy name, the name of the Lord. So till yesterday we had discussed about the first chapter, which speaks about the effects of the holy name and its effectiveness, how effective it is. And we had discussed that how sweet the holy name is, and also how the holy name is the sole remedy for all the sins and sinful reactions. As we all know that the holy name is Yuga Dharma. Yuga Dharma means this particular age, Kali Yuga Dharma. Kali Yuga is the age of hypocrisy, duplicity, selfishness, everything. And in this particular age where the lifespan of life is very short, so in this particular age, how one can be delivered, that we have discussed in the past days. Only by the process of chanting the holy name it is possible, which was propagated by Nandanandan Sri Krishna, who appeared in the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu 540 years ago. Well, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu not only chanted the holy name, also propagated the message of divine love through the holy name. What he has to do, what the mission he wanted to accomplish for this particular process, he has inspired and blessed his beloved associate Srila Haridas Thakur and set his life as an example for the future generation, so that they can practically understand the application of the holy name in our life and realize the glories. So today it's about the second chapter, which speaks about Namacharya Haridas Thakur. We started this book on the tithi of Srila Haridas Thakur's disappearance day. So this book is also a kind of, by discussing the pastimes of Srila Haridas Thakur and the glories of holy name, is part of the celebration of Srila Haridas Thakur Tirobhav Tithi. It is a kind of celebration, not like remembering few instances on a specific day. It's like remembering him every day, because he is Namacharya. He is Acharya, practical teacher. So one who practically practices and teaches the message, he is such a personality in relation to the holy name. Haridas Thakur, he is a very great devotee. He made his appearance in east of Bengal. So he appeared he appeared 30 to 35 years prior to the appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Srila Haridas Thakur is an elderly person in age in front of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself. As we hear through the writings of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jive Daya Kori Swaparshuda Sviyadhama Saha Avatari, that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, being very merciful upon the most fallen souls of this world, appeared in this world along with his beloved associates, dearmost associates. As we all know, one who is experienced, one who has this experience and one who has the knowledge, they are the one who can perform the better pastime. They can perform the better pastimes. So that's why the Lord doesn't prefer to act along with some new person. The Lord always prefers to act with his associates, those who are well versed and realized associates of the Lord. So Haridas Thakur, he appeared in a Muslim family, people those who follow the path of Islam, the Islam religion. But we all know him as Haridas. Haridas means literally, which means a servant of Lord Hari. So Haridas Thakur is considered as the servant of Lord Hari. Even though he was born in a Muslim family, his attachment for the holy name was quite natural, and he was he has this strong attachment for the holy name. So as a result of his attachment towards the holy name, he violated all the rules, all the all the teachings of Islam, and engaged constantly in the chanting of holy name. Even though it's according to the Islam system of faith, it is not recommended to, not encouraged to recite or chant the name of other religions. So anyhow, what he did, but Haridas Thakur, he was always feeling the solo support for his life is the holy name. So even though it was not recommended, it was not accepted by the community of that time, but still Haridas Thakur was always engaged in the chanting of holy name. Having lost all attachments to the worldly life, even though when he was very young, Srila Haridas Thakur left his native place because he doesn't have any attachment, he doesn't want to be with anyone anymore. And what he did, he came to another village and stayed there in a solitary place, like somewhere in some forest, inside some forest. And what he was doing, spending all his time chanting the holy name. He is repeatedly chanting the holy name, spending all his time, not wasting even a single moment. A pure devotee, or at least a person who has developed some taste for chanting the holy name, never ever wastes even a single moment without uttering the name of the Lord. So Haridas Thakur, he got so addicted to the holy name. What he did, he even gave up everything. As we hear in Srimad Bhagavatam, we hear in Srimad Bhagavatam about the qualities of a pure soul. What it is said, Madarte tektva karmani styaktva sajana bandhava. He quits everything, Madarte, but for whom? For me. The Lord himself says this in his incarnation as Kapil, Bhagavan Kapil to Mother Devahuti, Madarte, for my sake, not for others, not for name and fame or pratishtha. Kanakkamini pratishtha, not for money, not for association with opposite sex, and neither for name and fame. For what they are doing? Madarte, for me. Tyaktva karmani, they give up all the worldly activities. They give up everything. Tyaktva sajana bandhava, all those people, all those relatives, everything will be given up only with the sole intention of loving the God, of attaining His pure love, the divine love. And what they are doing? Mayananya bhavena bhaktim kurvanti yedram. Firm, determined, with firm determination. What he is doing? Mayananya bhavena bhaktim kurvanti, performs my one-pointed exclusive devotional service towards me. And that is also done with firm determination. There is no diversion, there is no aversion, nothing. So Haridas Thakur also, he gave up everything with only one desire, to chant the holy name. The only desire which is within his heart is to chant the holy name, because the taste of the holy name is so special. It is said, whoever drinks the nectar of holy name is naturally intoxicated by the taste of the holy name. So it's not possible for them to give up the taste. Now, this Tarak Brahmanam, what is this Tarak Brahmanam? The formula composed by the 16 names of the Lord, which is also understood that the holy name which manifested through 32 syllables and the 16 names of the Lord, known as Mahamantra. Srila Haridas Thakur, he adopted this mantra as for his usual chanting. The mantra which is described in various scriptures as Mahamantra, which is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, and we have to understand that without any doubt, this was one of the very big violations which a person could ever make towards his social order, because he is coming from Islamic background, So the social order of that particular community doesn't allow the person to chant such names. But Haridas Thakur, who is quite broad-minded, this saint, this monk, Haridas Thakur is quite broad-minded, and what he is doing, he is never giving any importance to such narrow sectarian feelings. He is never giving any importance, as we can understand through our scriptures, that who is broad-minded person. It said, Tivrena bhakti yogena yajet purusha param. Tivrena means intense, bhakti yogena, through bhakti yoga. Yajet means to worship, purusha param, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One who is worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead with intense form of Bhakti Yoga, practice of Bhakti Yoga, is the only person who is accepted as a broad-minded person, broad intelligent person. If not, everyone is narrow-minded with less intelligence. That's why it is said, Akamo sarva kamo va moksha kamo va udaradi. Like Akamo sarva kamo va, one who may not have any desires, or one who may have unlimited desires, or a person who is always anchoring for liberation, whatsoever the person desires, nishkam, sakam, moksha, whatever. But who is udaradi? Such persons are udaradi. If we are not engaged in the loving service of the Lord, we can never have this broad intelligence. That's why we can see those who are not the devotees of the Lord, those who don't have any desire to serve the Lord, such persons are always narrow-minded, and such persons create a fanatic society, a sectarian thought process, all those things. But one who is having this broad mindset never makes anyone fanatic and never allow anyone to go in that path. So Srila Haridas Thakur, even after knowing everything, what he is doing, he is just engaged in chanting of the holy name. Well, living his life with on the support of alms, like begging a little for surviving, and then spending all his time in the chanting of holy name. Why he is taking this as donation, as like begging? The reason is he doesn't want to waste even a single moment of his life without chanting the holy name. So the sole purpose is to chant the holy name. If the person has to engage in some other activity, like activities which helps the person to feed his own stomach, it is not going to help the person that he can focus on chanting of the holy name. So what he is doing, Haridas Thakur could not escape this criticism which is coming from that particular section of people. When you see that someone from your religion doesn't like to follow and try to take up some other religion, it's quite natural that the people may get disappointed or angry, and there is high possibility of getting abused, violated, criticized and many more things, and in fact at some cases there is a possibility of getting beaten also, because that is the nature of this society. Which society? Society without God consciousness. A society where there is no God consciousness, it can be outwardly understood as some particular religion or some ism, but ultimately they are nothing more than fanatics. They are nothing more than fanatics. So that's why, due to this particular reason, Srila Haridas Thakur had to face so many criticism from all the directions, because even the Hindu people, they would not accept him. Many of them, they would not appreciate him for a long time, till they have observed him and the standard of his devotion. Even they criticized, he received criticism from all the directions, especially from the community he belongs to. He was born. Their actions and expressions were such that one is forced to believe that such persons are born in this world only for similar purpose. The very sight of Haridas Thakur, so their hearts, all these people of that community, their hearts were burning like a blazing fire, and also becoming so aggressive and wild. But when Srila Haridas Thakur would go close to them, when they would approach Haridas Thakur for so many clarifications, as they would come to him because of his soft heart and because of the heart, because of Srila Haridas Thakur and his love for the Lord, immediately their heart would start melting. Soul is connected to the Supreme Soul. So each and every soul is connected to each other, because by nature we all are one. By body and by this external relations and culture we may be different, but as spirit soul we all are one. And also our relation with Supreme Lord Sri Krishna is also the same. Maybe some realize and some they don't. That is the only difference. But actually everything is one. That's why as Haridas Thakur is arriving, coming close to, approaching close to the other people, even though by their external social lifestyle they may be following some other religion which doesn't believe what a pure devotee does, but still the connection between soul to soul is eternal and also the same and sacred. As a result, when Haridas Thakur is coming close, everyone would start to melt and become soft completely. That is the speciality. And what there are a group of people we can understand like a section of people who have malicious heart, very dirty heart, unclear heart, a heart with other motives, a heart with cruelty. All those such people, what they were doing, especially these people from this Hindu community, Islamic people, those who are following Islam, they also behaved in a different way, and those who are the followers of Hindu religion, they also behaved in a very different way. Actually, it was unacceptable for both the sections of people, both these communities, both these so-called religions. What they happened, they also proved what they did by their hostile mentality. Towards this great saint. So, what happened? The people with granite hearts. Granite hearts, why it is granite hearts? Because granite is very strong, powerful stone. So, granite is one of the stones which is very harder. So, their heart is also like stone. It has become completely like stone. So, even though such soft, tender-hearted, pure soul, Srila Haridas Thakur, who has nothing to do with anyone other than chanting of the holy name. What happened? It could not move or change the heart of anyone. So on various occasions he had to face so many oppositions. And he is so merciful, so he tolerated whatever is coming in front of him with patience. So, with all these things, over due course of time, nothing had calmed down. In fact, with all these things, only the enmity, the cruelty among the people keeps on increasing. That's it. People, they are becoming more and more cruel, more and more fanatic, but none of them or neither of their heart is ever changed. There is no change. Such propensities, these demonic propensities, they keep on increasing to the maximum. But to the pure-hearted, simple and devoted inhabitants of the village, so not necessary like it is happening in the case of everyone. We always know in each and every religion there are different sections of people. Some are very good, some are totally different. We can't just say everyone is the same. Like these days what it is happening, there are few people, those who dress themselves like a monks and behave in a very indifferent way, the way which is not actually recommended for the monks to live. But some people so-called and dressed up people like monks, they create such kind of problem situations in the society. But the world is so crazy that without even understanding who is who and what is what, they just come to one conclusion that everyone is like that only. In the same way, there are some people, strange people in every religion and in every way or in every system of faith. So instead of ignoring only that class of people, that section of people, we ignore the whole community. We ignore the whole community. So here also there are so many soft-hearted people. Their hearts are very soft and they are coming from different religions. Not that the people, those who are only coming either from the Islamic religion or from some Hindu religion or some Jewish religion or some Parsi religion or some other religion. What is happening? All these soft-hearted people from those who are actually coming from different kinds of religious followings, what they are doing? Thakur Haridas was a never-ending fountain of spiritual inspiration For such people, he was a never-ending fountain of spiritual inspiration. As they come to him, they get so inspired, they get delighted, they feel happy, and they are so satisfied. And also he would inspire everyone to chant the holy name. As a result, all those people, those whoever come to him, they would happily chant the holy name. That is the thing which was seen, one of the things which was seen in the life of Srila Haridas Thakur. And all these simple-hearted people would be very happy to see his matchless love. So loving, so caring, and also very inspiring. They felt that they were highly blessed to have the presence of such a great devotee of the Lord in their midst. We understand that such great personalities, all these people, they would often think that we are very fortunate that we received the association of such a great elevated personality in this current age. So, but neither the devotional achievements of Thakur Haridas nor the humble suggestions of the related religious minded people of the locality could bring about any improvement in the hostile attitude of this section of people. Very simple. These kind of people, they are so stubborn, they are so rigid, and in fact they are so fanatic and cruel that they doesn't want to listen or understand what others say. So that's why even his spiritual nature, very peaceful, loving, caring nature of Haridas Thakur could not change them. And also all these people, other people of that village, all those religious minded people of that village also could not bring any kind of change in the hostile attitude of such people, of the people of such section. And all their evil impulses, like evil impulse, not the genuine ones, the evil impulse, the evil mindsets which are there, and their mischievous suggestions. They would suggest something which is mischievous, which is not bona fide, which is not proper. On the contrary, what is happening? They keep on increasing. All these things are disasters, they keep on increasing. Haridas Thakur so their activities, all those activities of such people could not disturb him even a little. He was not even disturbed even a little. And also what is happening in return, his attachment, his spontaneous attachment keeps on increasing day by day. And also his way of serving the Lord and his service to the devotees, everything keeps on increasing day by day. He worshipped the sacred Tulsi, chanted daily, day and night. What he was doing? The name of the Lord. 3 lakh of times, and ate food cooked in the house of Brahmins, which he obtained by begging. He would only go and beg from the Brahmins. Brahmins means what? Not the Brahmins of today. They were the Brahmins of before 540 years ago. It's not about a Brahmin religion. It's about their lifestyle, it's about their qualities. That's why it is said Chaturvarna Maya Srishta Guna Karma Vibhagasva. The classification of the society is made in 4 divisions, 4 sections, and that is also done through according to their qualities and according to their nature. So one who has the Brahminical qualities and Brahminical nature, he is considered as Brahmana. Not that the person who was born in Brahmin family. No, it is not possible that a person who was born in Brahmin family is accepted as Brahmin. The person is considered as a Brahmana only by his qualities. That's why it said, Janmana Jayate Shudra. By birth everyone is Shudra. Sanskar Dvij by performing the sanskaras which are recommended for Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, those sanskaras, by this a person is transformed as Dvija, means born again, one who appeared again. One time he came from the womb of mother, other time through sanskaras they gave him birth again. So like this, such persons are not accepted just because they were born in Brahmin family, that they are the Brahmins and they are the priests, all those things. So now what happened? So what he was doing, every day he was chanting 3 lakh Harinam. 300,000 times he was chanting the name of the Lord every day. And then he was only eating the food which he is begging from the house of those Brahmins. All the virtuous inhabitants of the village regarded Haridas Thakur as a great saint. So all those people of that village, those who have some knowledge, those who have some sense in their life, they would all appreciate Srila Haridas Thakur and they would all regard him as the devotee of the Lord, as a pure soul. They were greatly impressed by the various marks of devotion which they had never witnessed and his extraordinary love for the holy name. This is also what they have seen. They have seen those symptoms. They have shown their indications which which are present in Srila Haridas Thakur. And also what happened, and also they have seen this extraordinary love for the holy name. He is very deeply, very strongly attached to the holy name. Even that was also seen by the inhabitants of that particular village. He gained within a short time great popularity among the local people. His reputation spread even to distant places. People from different places, they used to gather there to have his darshan. They would gather there to have his darshan. They would want to see him. They would want to have his darshan. They would consider simply even by having darshan of Srila Haridas Thakur, our life would be completely transformed. And it is true, when a person is fortunate enough to see a pure soul, a pure monk who is extremely merciful by nature, definitely our life is transformed. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is addressed as Lord of Love. The only thing he knows is to give love. The only thing he knows is to rescue the most fallen souls of this world. In the same way, following the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his beloved associates, his beloved devotees are also the monks who are very merciful. And so merciful that simply by glancing them, our life is completely transformed. So that's why people, those who don't want to chant, those who don't want to surrender to the Lord, they would come in abundance, just only with the solo purpose, with the solo intention to have his darshan and receive some punya. With the help of this, they can save themselves. So, what happened? All these people, they were coming, and also now when they are coming, what they are doing, they are rendering various kinds of services, various kinds of seva. That was the culture people would have in earlier days. They would come, have darshan, and also they would definitely serve them. They would definitely serve them. Now all these minimum etiquettes are also disappearing slowly. We can't say that no one has them. There are many such regions, there are many such places where still people follow this kind of lifestyle, where they always they always feel interested in having darshan of pure souls, and also would like to serve them always. Our most revered Srila Param Gurudev would emphasize on one particular point about serving of the pure devotees of the Lord. He always says, whenever you get the chance of serving pure devotees, avail it. There is no guarantee that you will be able to get this chance again in your lifetime. So today what you are getting, just take benefit of it. Never lose this opportunity. Even our acharyas, they say, Gelo ye divas na sibe aar. Once those days are gone, it is not going to return again. Ebe Krishna ki upay, Lord, what is the option? How we can find some help? How we will be rescued? Not possible. So that's why these sanskaras should come within in us since childhood itself. As long as the parents are least bothered about giving nice sanskaras to their children, ultimately forget about them being a devotee, at least they will not be a genuine human being also. If we want to see our kids to be living a very simple life, a prosperous life, beautiful life, happy life, the most essential thing which we have to give them is the conduct. It should be moral conduct, ethical conduct, spiritual conduct, everything should be there. And also this academic conduct. Some education is also very important. So anyhow, what happened? Those people, those who are sensible, those people, those who are educated, those people, those who are the devotees of the Lord, they would always come and receive blessings from Srila Haridas Thakur. and what they were doing, and also they try to follow the teachings which they receive from Srila Haridas Thakur from the core of the heart, because they know if we can follow the teachings of Srila Haridas Thakur, we will be definitely rescued and we will attain the Godhead of the Supreme Lord. And what it is said, the enemies of Thakur Haridas could not tolerate the increasing influence that he was gaining day by day. So anyhow, there is a saying which says, even a leaf falls from the tree and then remains there. Slowly at one point of time, we can even feel the weight of the leaf. Today we don't feel weight of so many things, but that point it is said that a person can experience the difference. So among these enemies, there was one person, his name was Ramchandra Khan. It's not Khan, it's Khan. Khan is also a Hindu title. Many people they think that Khan means Khan and then it's a Bengali, it's a Islamic title, but actually Khan is also a Hindu title which is given in some parts of the country, even today maybe. So, like Khan is surname and given name is different. Like that, this person Ramchandra Khan. So now Ramchandra Khan, a local Hindu Shaivatarian, was the foremost. Among all of them, this person is actually foremost on the superlative degree of enviousness. And now what is happening? He was puffed up with the vanities of wealth and a following. He was an uncompromising atheist, a terrible hater of devotion, and a noted leader of a group of scriptures. He became awfully jealous of Haridas Thakur. This person, Ramchandra Khan, what he is doing, he is puffed up by the knowledge he has. The most interesting thing in this world is only those people get puffed up who have limited intelligence, who has some limited realizations, and whose brains are sterile. One who has vast knowledge of various scriptures are never seen being fanatic. So anyhow, so this particular person, he became kind of envious of him, and what he is doing, he was burning in the fire that others are getting benefited, others are being glorified. He was an uncompromising atheist, a terrible hater of devotion. Who? Ramchandra Khan. He is a very terrible hater of devotion, and also what he is doing, he is uncompromising atheist, means he is a very typical person who don't believe in God. He wanted to bring discredit to the noble character of great Haridas Thakur, because he could not tolerate, and people they only change their minds, or they only understand if something extremely goes wrong. So these are the people, those who inspire such people and help them make wrong things in their life. So Haridas Thakur is so merciful and Ramchandra Khan is so strange. He devised various plans to gain his ends. What finally he did, he became president and behaved like a he became persistent and behaved like a venomous serpent trampled underfoot. He lost all his patience and could not feel quite at home till something substantial was done to disgrace Haridas Thakur. So he wants to do something which is substantial. The purpose is to defame Haridas Thakur. There are such people today. They come into the spiritual line and I don't understand why they come. This world, it's quite natural that so many ups and downs do happen. So many negative and positive things do happen in this world. So it's quite natural thing. Even though if we don't get involved or inclined into such things, but still what is happening, there is high possibility. What is this high possibility? High possibility of giving pain to others. So they are like snakes. Whenever they get the chance, they try to bite the person. So there are such so-called devotees in this society. They assume themselves to be a realized soul and then try to harm others. So Haridas Thakur, this person Ramchandra Khan, he is a kind of person who is provoking people, so that he can make sure that people, they became envious of Haridas Thakur, averse from him, because he is attracting. His charm is attracting. His devotion is attracting. So being attracted by his divine nature, people would like to go to him. But this person, Ramchandra Khan, would try to teach people that everything is wrong and try to give pain to Haridas Thakur. Ramchandra Khan would not hesitate to commit the meanest of deeds to bring about disgrace of Haridas Thakur. This person Ramchandra Khan would not hesitate even to act and also to do such deeds which are much lower than what a person can ever imagine. Even a person who is in very lower state, he also would never ever do this. But Ramchandra Khan, he was such a kind of person because of his disagreement to Haridas Thakur. So he wants to disgrace him personality. Disagreement in what sense? In the chanting of holy name. So that's why he want to defame him. Accordingly, he conspired with his evil-minded friends and decided to carry out a certain plan that would pull down Haridas Thakur from the esteemed position he was occupying. So Haridas Thakur was occupying a very reputed position. It is quite natural, if you do something good to the society, naturally you will receive that adoration, naturally you will receive that respect, naturally you will receive everything. If a person sincerely try to do something good for the society. So here he is doing for the benefit of the spiritual world, inspiring people to chant the holy name, inspiring people to give up all worldly desires and all those activities which he was performing, which a person is performing, and encourage them in the path of chanting holy name. Everyone Those who are intelligent people, they would come and take the teachings and transform their life and make their life successful. But this person, he would never ever listen any words from Haridas Thakur. In return, he would always try to blame him. He would always try to disgrace him. That's the nature of such people. That's why we have to understand, Dujjana Sang kabhi nahi kije. There is a high possibility, because we are in this material world. It's a relative world, and all the imperfect souls, they all fall in this material world. So it's very difficult to search perfection in this life or in this world. But we can't just say that there is no one perfect. There are so many personalities, those who are perfect, but we need to go and search. This is what we have to understand. If not, there are always a section of people who try to drag you down, even though you are on the right path, even though you are trying to associate with genuine devotees or spiritual personalities, but still these fallen people would never ever allow you that to happen, and always try to pull the legs of those spiritual personalities, just only because they are not getting what they are getting. What they want pratishtha. But here Haridas Thakur doesn't want pratishtha. Haridas Thakur wants Krishna. There he doesn't want Krishna, he only wants pratishtha. As a result, what happened, this enviousness is coming in the heart of the person. Thank you very much. We shall discuss remaining Harikatha tomorrow. Jai Radhe Shyam.